All right, all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So, allegedly, so-called so-called image consultant, dating coach, and famous content creator Kevin Samuels passed away as he was found in his Atlanta home unresponsive. And this was reported on Thursday, May 5th, 2022. And if this allegation is true, may Kevin Samuels rest in power, and my condolences go to his family, to his relatives. It's been said that he had a daughter that's about in her early 20s. So he did allegedly left behind a child. That is if he's dead. So my condolences go to his family if this allegation is true, and may he rest in power. So it seems like ever since early this evening, it's been a trend for so many content creators on YouTube to make a video about this topic. And I guess I'm just going along with this trend, So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? So, it's been reported that Kevin Samuels passed away at the age of 56. Wow. That is not a young age, but that is a young age to leave this earth. But the reality is, we all have to go sometime. And if he is dead, this was his time to go. Now, if he is alive and he's not dead, then fuck you to whoever made up that lie. But yeah. What's going on, Toya? What's up? Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Okay. Let me add the T in the word martyr in my title. All right. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me, Toya. Yeah. Toya, you really are the tutor, huh? You really are the tutor. You gonna check the spelling, check the grammar. But thank you for correcting me, Toya. But all right. So the thing is, I'm not gonna fake the funk with you guys. A lot of you already know where I always stood with KS. And I still stand on the same premise that I was never really a fan of his content. I was never really a fan of his content. So I'm not one of these type of motherfuckers that's going to play phony or be phony and pretend that I just somehow had all this love for him or all this admiration for him now that he allegedly died. No, I still stand with Kevin Samuels where I've always stood while he was allegedly alive. Is that I was never really a big fan of his content because his message disturbed me. And I still stand on that. And when I say his message disturbed me, it's not the way most of you people found his message disturbing. A lot of people didn't like the fact that he critiqued females and what have you, and the criticisms that he had towards females. I don't have an issue with that. Okay? Because the majority of the criticisms that he had about modern day females, for the most part, is true. Um, yeah, I'm up. I'm up. So what's going on, Sexy Red? Yeah, so shalom, shalom. So yeah, what's up, Sexy Red? What's up? Yeah, and the reason why his message disturbed me is because Kevin Samuel's message was all about trying to fix a group of females who were socially engineered to not make good, viable wives for today's men. See, the majority of females in the Western Hemisphere, like I've always said, have been conditioned to look down upon today's males They've been conditioned to actually not have the submission or any of the character traits that would make them marriage material. Yet you have a person like Kevin Samuels who try to sell these females this dream of how to get this quote unquote high value man or this successful man to go down on one knee and marry you. And on the flip side, trying to condition or trying to give this message to males on how to be the best that you can be in order for you can go to a corrupt crop of females and marry them and give up your resources to them and ruin your motherfucking life. To me, that message was disturbing. The reality is that when it comes to the overall majority of females in America, males have to leave them the fuck alone. Because you're talking about a group of females who have gone through almost 60 years of feminist brainwashing and conditioning to go against you. So being the best man that you can be, this so-called high value man, whatever the fuck that they call it, is not going to break them away of that conditioning that they've had. So when you got this dude, Kevin Samuels, who's lying to males and trying to feed them the image that they have to be this high value man, quote unquote, in order to get access to this corrupt crop of females, you're only training these males to ruin their life, to make the wrong decisions that would ruin their lives. That's the part of Kevin Samuels' message that disturbed me, which is the main reason why I was never a fan of his content. I think his content was bullshit, and I still do. But nonetheless, regardless of whichever ideological differences that I have with Kevin Samuels' message, I also have an empathetic side and empathize with any human being. Well, not any, but a good number of human beings who've lost their lives, because life is precious. But now, this individual who allegedly passed away is a martyr now. What's up? What's going on? Man of Tomorrow, what's up? Yeah, Wall of Silence, exactly. Listen, what I just stated, which is the true solution for a lot of males in the Western Hemisphere to stay the fuck away from the majority of females in society and accept the fact that they're not relationship or marriage material, thus we have to avoid them. People like Soul and Black, myself, and now even a brother, Man of Tomorrow, we've been speaking about that for a long time. Like Soul and Black and myself have been talking about this for like the past 15, 16 years. And now, within the past few years, you have Man of Tomorrow, who's one of the few people within today's manosphere who is talking about this. So it's like, once again, when you have a person like Kevin Samuels, who made this content for the past 2 or 3 years, trying to get males to go back to this corrupt crop of females to get them to be the best males that they can be, to attain as much resources as possible, just so they could make themselves so they can make themselves attractive to a collective of corrupt females. to a collective of females who have been socially engineered to hate the male gender is very alarming. You're setting males up for failure when you do that shit. But like I said before, I'm sorry to repeat myself. Regardless of whichever ideological differences that I have with Kevin Samuels, I'm also a human being in which I'm also empathetic to the lives of not all people, but a lot of people in general. So, may he rest in power. Hopefully he's in a better place. And my condolences go out to his family members. But like I said before, he's a martyr now. Now he's a YouTube martyr. He went from a scam artist to a YouTube martyr. No, let's just keep the shit real. When the motherfucker was alive, he was scamming you motherfuckers. He was scamming a lot of you gullible motherfuckers who's thirsty for some goddamn pussy and wanted any solution or any excuse to go back to this imaginary negotiation table with these broads that don't fucking like you. That these broads who have been wired to look down towards you. And Kevin Samuels was that good excuse. To the point of fact that ever since 2020, a lot of you males within so-called black YouTube or even the black manosphere have used this word that's now still in style. High value man. High value man. And a lot of you motherfuckers use that. Now, most of you motherfuckers is broke as fuck. Most of you motherfuckers on here do not even fit the definition of the high value man. But nonetheless, a lot of y'all consider yourselves to be one. But y'all go on YouTube stating that shit in order or in hopes to try to make yourself appealing to a group of females who are not marriage material. This is funny. Yeah, I mean, of course, Soul and Black. What is this to be shocked about? You know what? And being that Soul and Black said this, that black females are happy that he's dead. Check this out. Because we have to stop being shocked at the fact that there's a certain sect of so-called black females and males. Not only the females, there is a certain sect of so-called black females who are happy that he's passed away. We can't be shocked at that. Because there's a certain sect of people who we all know that are miserable as hell. And these same miserable people have always been flattered at the death of so-called black males. A few years ago, Soul and Black know who this person is. A brother by the name of Charles Taylor, who used to be a content creator on YouTube, who was one of the first brothers within this space to make content of him going to other countries overseas and communicating with the females overseas. He passed away in 2018, like 2018, 2019, around that time, he passed away. And when the news hit YouTube that he passed away, what happened? There was a certain set of females and males who were making content mocking him, and actually celebrating his death. Let's fast forward it to either late 2021 or earlier this year. Well, earlier this year, right? Or late 2021, when another content creator by the name of David Carroll passed away, right? When it was reported that he passed away. A lot of so-called black females and males I won't say a lot, but a certain sect of so-called black females and males in this space enjoyed hearing the fact that David Carroll passed away and talked so much shit about him. And not only that, look at how many times or the many instances where unarmed black males were shot and killed by police, and you have a certain sect of so-called black females and males who find these stories funny and entertaining, to the point of the fact that they make up names for black males that get shot and killed by police, calling them or us bullet bags. So understand. So once you see this pattern happening over and over again, you should not only be surprised, but expect for a certain group of people to actually be happy at the death of Kevin Samuels. You know, this doesn't surprise me. This doesn't surprise me. So you have to expect that. I'm not shocked by that. So, you know, we have to. So when we see this happening over and over again, we have to stop pretending as if we're shocked and amazed by seeing this. This is just a repeat of what have always happened. When so-called black males, not only that, please don't forget when Kobe Bryant passed away in 2020. When Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed away in that horrific helicopter accident in January of 2020, what happened? A lot of so-called black females in these spaces was happy at hearing that and was stating how Kobe Bryant did not deserve any empathy from them, I mean, because he was married to a Mexican female. Whatever the fuck that means. Does that make sense? No, but that was their mentality. So, once again, there's a repeated pattern of people within the space who do not have empathy for so-called black males who lose their life. So, thus, right now, when we hear about this, this report about Kevin Samuels, we should expect the fact that these same people are going to talk some shit about him and not have any empathy on his death. You know? And the thing is that we got to ignore that shit. We got to ignore that shit. We already smart enough to understand that there are some ignorant motherfuckers in this world, and a lot of them are going to continue being ignorant. They're going to continue to be miserable. They're going to continue to say some dumb shit. We have to ignore that. We can't, because the thing is that what we do a lot of times on here is that we give a bunch of silly, pathetic people the attention that they don't deserve. We have to stop doing that. You know, I don't care about those types of people. Fuck them. You know, if they want to talk some shit, let them talk some shit. Because eventually, what goes around comes around, and their own mama gonna fucking have a heart attack. You know, but okay. So Soul and Black said, not shocked either. It's just a confirmation of why we need not to mess with these females. Yeah, true that. What's going on? Third Ward, L. Nixon, Kevin Kelly. Yo, Kevin Kelly, you always change your name, dog. But what do I have? Hold on for a minute. I read somewhere. Oh, I missed the comment. There was, yeah. Goatin Huggins said he never liked dude. Okay, well, hey. But this is on the flip side, though. I could look at this thing from many different angles. On one angle, could we say that this was some sort of sacrifice? You know, I have to put my tinfoil hat on. I got to put my tinfoil hat on this. Because a lot of times when famous people pass away, it's always under mysterious circumstances. And right now, as of right now, even though this news is brand new, and you know, of course, if it's brand new, we're not going to get all the information right then and there. It's over time. We'll probably have more knowledge of the supposed cause of death of this individual. But if Kevin Samuels is dead, right? Could it be possible that he could be a product of some sort of sacrifice? Of some sort of, you know, because if it is true that a lot of people, because there's this belief that a lot of people in the entertainment field who are famous have to supposedly somehow get involved with some secret society and sell their soul. If that's true, could we say that Kevin Samuels was a product of some sort of quote unquote Illuminati sacrifice? Hey, listen, you never know. And why is it that so many damn celebrities are damn just mysteriously dying? You know? Or can we say that this was an overdose of some sort of drug? Can we say it was foul play involved? Can we say somebody tried to assassinate him? Can we say that? See, you can look at things at many different angles. You know? Or maybe he had a lot of stress, and that could probably be the reason why he died, because some have said that his alleged death was caused to cardiac arrest, aka heart disease. So, you know, there could be a lot of factors to heart disease, right? To people getting heart disease or dying as a result of heart disease. One, it could be stress. Another thing is it could be an unhealthy lifestyle. Maybe he ate bad foods. You know, we don't know. I mean, he come across as to be physically fit because he was a pretty slim brother, you know. But you never know. You could be slim. Like, you could be slim and still be unhealthy, but we know that. But let me see what else. Yeah. You know, it could be, what, was it a drug overdose? Did he take the wrong type of, you know, did he consume the wrong type of supplement? Is there something that he consumed that can cause this supposed heart attack or cardiac or what? We don't know. See, allegedly, right? You know, within the conspiracy theorist world, it's been theorized that the elites have a weapon, sort of like, it's basically like a gun, but the gun could shoot some sort of rays towards your body, and if they shoot your body, you get a heart attack. You know, some people have alleged that this is what really happened to the late Michael Jackson. This is just conspiracy theory. This is not fact. Some people allege that this is what happened to Michael Jackson, that he did not die as a result of being on the operating table, that, you know, that somebody shot him with some sort of stun gun that caused him a heart attack, right? Could that be the case with Kevin Samuels? Could some, you know, somebody within the upper echelon of society want him silenced and try to kill him? Could that be the case? Could that be the case? I don't know. What's going on, Nancy? It's a mindset said, oh yeah, okay. It's a mindset said, what if he took the vaccine? That's another conspiracy theory that I'm hearing, that he passed away as a result of taking the Wuhan vaccine. This is the same conspiracy theory that people had. This is the same allegation that people had when it comes to the death of hip hop legend DMX and baseball legend, what's this guy? Aaron. What's the baseball legend that died? Aaron. God damn, he played for the Atlanta. How could I forget his name? What the hell? What's that baseball legend that died in 2021? He played for the Atlanta Braves. He's a legend, number 44. Hank Aaron. When Hank Aaron passed away, it was alleged that he passed away as a result of taking, you know, the vaccine, and he died. And even a boxing legend, what's this guy? Marvin Hagler. He passed away around that same time last year when Hank Aaron died. And it was alleged that he died as a result of taking the vaccine. But his wife came out in the public and said that that's not true. You know, or his widow. And then when DMX died within that same year, it's been alleged that he died as a result of taking the vaccine. So I've heard some people on the internet say that. So what could be the case? We don't know. We don't know. So is a mindset says the powers that be want us separating, and KS's mission was to bring us back together. They don't want that. Oh, you thought that was his mission? Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. You know, could it be that maybe, KS had a nice little girl to come over, his Atlanta home, and the nice little girl was probably, put a little Mickey in his drink and then he passed away, that way. We don't know. It could be many different factors. We don't know. But these are possible factors. You know, But shout outs to Man of Tomorrow. Shout outs, yeah, more money in bank, yeah. Yeah, he seemed very healthy. He seemed very healthy. So it's funny how he would die like that. But hey. But shout outs to the Man of Tomorrow. The Man of Tomorrow, earlier tonight, he did a great live about the situation concerning Kevin Samuels. And he stated how a lot of content creators in this space who made their careers making review videos about Kevin Samuels now need to utilize their creativity and actually make content, because now that he passed away, they have no more KS videos to review. So what are you going to do now? Which is a very good point, because a lot of content creators in this space, their YouTube careers have died with KS, because a lot of people, there are even channels strictly dedicated to talking about KS. There's channels strictly that are created strictly to roast KS, as well as channels dedicated to just review every damn video that KS have made. KS came out with a new video, whether it's a live stream on YouTube or a live stream on Instagram. There's channels dedicated to go over what was said in this episode of the Kevin Samuels Show. Now, these people, being that Kevin Samuels allegedly died, these people just they have nothing to talk about now. Unless now people within this space are going to make more review videos about Fresh and Fit. It seems like now Fresh and Fit is going to be a big target now. Because people are predicting that Fresh and Fit it is going to be the channel that's going to, unfortunately replace KS. And if that's the case, that's even more pathetic. It's yeah. Oh, they said it was Red Bull. They said Red Bull kills Kevin Samuels. Damn. But this is the thing. Regardless of how KS passed away, regardless of who's going to replace KS as the supposed king of NiggaTube, the fact of the matter is this: we still have a whole generation of young black boys who are grown up in dysfunctional and traumatic environments, right? Who are going to grow up having to face a world that's going to fear them, hate them, and put them in a position to be marginalized in society. What the hell are we doing to fix that? Because all the while Kevin Samuels was alive, a whole chunk of this space was so dedicated in defending him, making review videos towards him, and trying to protect him at all costs, as if he's that little black boy that needs protection. Fuck it, he's a grown ass man. He could speak up for his own goddamn self. We like being that he was famous, he had a level of YouTube fame. You had a lot of people within this space who want to hop on the fame bandwagon and just utilize his name just to prop up their channels. But when they did that, they've really abandoned the true mission of the manosphere, which is to help elevate the condition of the male collective, whether it's politically, economically, socially, etc., etc. Thus is 2022, right? And at a snap of a finger, it'll be 2023. Listen, we're almost 6 months into 2022. It shows you how time flies fast. Soon enough, at a snap of a finger, it'll be 2023. What the fuck have we done to help the collective of these young boys in America for they could have a better tomorrow? What the fuck have we done? You know, more money in the bank. You know, when it comes to the male collective, especially the so-called black male collective in today's society right now, the last thing we should be worried about is females changing, because we have a lot of work to do in our own backyard. What about our circumstances as males changing, improving? That's a better word. We should be more focused on that. And that's the problem. One thing with Kevin Samuels, right, is that whether it was intended, whether he intentionally did that or unintentionally did that, it kept a lot. Well, I would not say that. I was about to say that it kept a lot of people distracted from the true goal of the manosphere. But at the same time, most people that came to this space never had the true intention to accomplish the true goals of the manosphere in the first place. So therefore, I can't say it was a distraction. You know, but this is what I'm saying. All this is, it's like, okay, yes, he allegedly passed away, but we still have a generation of little boys who are coming up in this world who unfortunately are going to have to face a harsh reality as they get older. And when they face this harsh reality, they're going to one day look at us and ask us, what the hell did we did to help them have a better future? What the hell have we done? What type of work have we put in for so they can have a better future? Just as much as we look at, as we right now, the millennial generation, view the prior generation, we view them as failures. We view the prior generation. You know, you have a lot of people, a lot of millennials within this space that critique the baby boomer and the Gen X generations, right? And consider them to be failures and have failed in order to shape a better future for the millennial and Gen Z males, right? But what do you think the Gen Zs, the Generation Alphas, the Generation Betas are going to look at the millennials? They're going to look at the millennial generation the same way we look at the baby boomer and Gen X generations, as failures. And the sad part is that we have a tool. This social media thing is a great tool to actually get like-minded people to come together from all around the world so we can do something special out in the real world. But we're not utilizing it for that. In this manosphere space, we're utilizing this great source of communication, this called social media, to cry and complain about a corrupt crop of females who are not even worth your time and energy to begin with. This is some sad and pathetic shit. And the rise of KS, Mr. Perfume, aka Kevin Samuels, just magnified that grifting. That's all Kevin Samuels, the rise of Kevin Samuels' fame have done. It magnified the grifting of a lot of males within this space. What up, the Man's Media Network? That's all it has done. Magnified the grifting of the males in this space when it comes to the fame of Kevin Samuels. But this guy is going to be a martyr. Well, he's already a martyr now. He's already a YouTube martyr. And now we're within this, from now till maybe next week, we're going to see a slew of content full of people talking about how Kevin Samuels is going to be known as this legend of the manosphere, even though he's not part of the manosphere, never was, right? You know, people are going to have this fake love and fake admiration and fake respect for him. You know, the people that hated him while he was alive and was jealous of his YouTube fame are now going to make these videos pretending to be so empathetic of his death in order to, increase their, increase views and subscribers within their channel. Is going to be this martyrdom of Kevin Samuels. You know, people are going to create this false illusion of how Kevin Samuels have done so much for this space. Kevin Samuels have done so much for my life. Kevin Samuels has done this, have done that. Nigga, he ain't done shit for your dumb ass. And that's the motherfucking truth. I'm not trying to shit on him, being that he passed away, but we got to keep it real. That motherfucker haven't done shit for you motherfuckers. Let's just keep it real. Oh man, Kevin Samuels have taught me this. He has taught me that. You know, we're gonna hear, or we probably already heard these disingenuous claims of what Kevin Samuels have done for the so-called black male collective. You know, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone on social media create a meme where you have Martin Luther King on one side, Malcolm X on the other side, and Kevin Samuels in the middle. You know, as if they're venerating Kevin Samuels as another MLK or Malcolm X. I would not be surprised if someone have done that. I would not be surprised that in so-called Black History Month in 2023, someone will claim Kevin Samuels as a great icon of Black history. And I'm not saying this in order to disrespect Kevin Samuels or what have you, but I'm saying this to point out the complete phoniness that people show the moment someone passes away. You know, usually when someone famous pass away, a lot of people create this delusional legacy, or they create this fake respect, or pretend to have this fake admiration for this individual, and trying to make him seem more than he really was. And that's going to be the case with Kevin Samuels. I'm telling you, within this whole week, you're going to have people like Obsidian, Dennis Sperling, the disaster teacher, going to make these false claims of all these wonderful things that Kevin Samuels has done for the black male collective, when in reality, what Kevin Samuels has done, well, as far as his content is concerned, is try to convince black males on how to make themselves appealing to a group of undeserved females. Like I said, I don't hate Kevin Samuels. Now, based on how harsh I'm speaking, it may seem that as if I hate him. I don't hate him. I don't have any hatred or vitriol or personal vitriol towards him, because he never done anything bad to me. But I have to state facts. The fact of the matter is that his content, his message was very disturbing, and it actually hurt black males more than it helped them. His content hurt so-called black males more than it hurt them. You know, his content, his channel was actually a female channel. You know, females made up the majority of his audience when it comes to his channel. It was a female channel. His fame on social media, all it did is give females more attention. I mean, ever since the rise of Kevin Samuels' fame, you see a whole lot of content creators putting a lot of attention on speaking to these ratchet ass females that don't even deserve a goddamn platform or a soapbox to speak in. I mean, you see so many females going up on these famous content creators' platform and just making a total fool out of themselves, saying all types of bullshit, and you and that trend really started as a result of Kevin Samuels. You know, sitting there speaking to a lot of these females. A lot of these dysfunctional females who don't even deserve the type of attention that they've gotten. Like I said, his content was really a female channel, or a female-driven channel, that hurt males more than it helped them. So if any content creator is going to make a video stating that Kevin Samuels helped males this way or helped black males that way, they're fucking lying to you. His channel was never meant to help the male collective. It was meant to help himself. His channel was meant to help himself and his fame. That's it. It was never made to even bring so-called black males and females together. No. It was made to make him look good on behalf of, of giving these so-called black females the attention that they don't deserve, while at the same time trying to tell males to make themselves as productive as possible for so they could seem appealing to these undesirable females. And at the same time, have these little arguments once in a while with these females to entertain the crowd. It was made to prop him up. His channel was made to prop him up and to make him more popular. And I've stated this 2 years ago. KS is a hustler, or was a hustler. And he was good at it. He was good at hustling. He was good at it. But but on the flip side though, with KS, is that I don't know exactly how he passed away, but it seemed as if he passed away due to a health issue, which continues to open the door that in this space in the manosphere, we should speak more about health. Because I've stated this even last year that it seems as if a lot of so-called black males are just dropping dead at 50. It seems as if whenever the so-called black males hit their 40s or their 50s, that's basically the end of their life cycle. And a lot of us end up dying at that age, a lot of times due to health concerns. The unfortunate death or the alleged death of Kevin Samuels should further open the door in so-called black males talking about what we can do to improve our health so we could live as long as possible. What are the right things that we should ingest in our bodies, especially when we're getting older? Yeah, that's right. Health isn't a priority for a lot of us, which is why a lot of us pay for it dearly and pass away at a very young age. I mean, even the hip hop generation dying at a young age. I mean, have a belated rest in power to DJ K Slay. I think he was the same age when he passed away, right? Wasn't he like what 55, 56 when he passed away? I don't know how old was he when he passed away, but he was around that age. Shock G from Digital Underground passed away in his early 50s. I mean, DMX, he passed away in his early 50s. I mean, and a lot of it is due to poor health. Poor health, man. Poor health. So his death should further when I mean his, I'm speaking about the death of Kevin Samuels and also the death of these other individuals that I just named, should further open the door in people in the black manosphere talking about how to improve the health of black males. Yeah, man. But anyhow, that's all I have to say concerning this topic. Once again, rest in power to Kevin Samuels, regardless of how I felt about him as a person, regardless of how I felt about his message. At the end of the day, I do care for people. I do care for the humanity of people. Not all people, but for the humanity of most people. And, as much as I didn't agree with his message, I really care about his humanity. So it's unfortunate that a brother like that had to pass away at the age of 56, which is too young to die like that. But once again, rest in power to him, and my condolences go out to his family. But the thing is that also in this space, if we are serious of improving the conditions of the black male collective, as a lot of people in this space claim they do, we need to get back to the original goal of this space. Because if the death of Kevin Samuels would teach you anything, it's you never know when it's your time to leave this earth. So once you, because we all going to leave this earth, that's a given. It's not even a question whether or not we are going to leave this earth. The question is when we're going to leave this earth. And another question is when we do leave this earth, what legacy are we leaving behind? What are people going to remember us for? Are we going to be remembered as a group of niggas that just sit online and complain about a bunch of hoes all day? Or should our legacy be something more than that? What legacy are you going to leave behind once you leave this earth? Because once you leave this earth, your black ass ain't coming back. So while you're alive, it's important that we all leave behind a level of greatness that we can be remembered for. So once we leave this earth, guess what? We could be satisfied that we did our job when we was on this earth. Yo, egotistical Aries, he said KS has given Negroes a blueprint. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to give homeboy Aries. I'm gonna give you a wrench. Did you get a wrench yet? I thought I gave you a wrench. Let me see. Let me go look on my YouTube tab to see if I've given you a wrench. I thought I'd given you a wrench. Oh, I didn't give you a wrench. All right, hold on. I'm gonna give you a wrench. Hold on, let me give you this shit. All right. All right. More money in the bank. Let me give you a wrench on here. All right. So more money in the bank for an egotistical Aries and SWP disciple. You guys got your wrenches. All right. All right. So with that being said, I have nothing else to say regarding this topic. I hope that what I said left some food for thoughts in the minds of a lot of you guys. All right, so y'all have a good night. Peace and shalom.